both Swampy and Ruby, safely tucked away in the garage there. Heated floor, keeping them warm. 20 degrees. I can watch from my phone wherever I am. That's a stream of the garage cam, or the webcam. But Ruby's been out today. Ruby's had a new engine. And this video's a little clip of the road test. We're going to jump out of black and white internet webcam streaming mode. We're going to take you on the road with the webcam. I say webcam, dash cam. We've now got a dash cam fitted in the car. The sound quality on the dash cam with my narration won't be as good as this camcorder, but stick with us, have a little look at the way that the new engine runs. We'll explain what's been going on, and have a look at the road test footage, and you'll see that the whole driving experience has been improved, including the gearbox. That's down to the vac pipe getting a better vacuum from the engine being set up properly. Okay, so let's go. Hey! Now that is how an engine should be. Look at that beauty. Let's just turn down the beach, boys, because we don't want it to pick up. There we go. What do you reckon, Jim?
It's looking good. It's looking lovely.
That's a beautiful engine.
Nice as well, isn't it?
A beautiful engine for Bramble, if you know what I mean. What a beaut. What's it like round this side? Still lovely. I do like the finish on the block, Jim.
Yeah, I can't believe this machine on the end. It's like highly polished.
Do you reckon they've machined that end of it there?
Yeah. But it's really got a polish finish.
Oh mate, that's like it's just too good to fit. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
So here's the engine. Underneath is a Jem. Welcome aboard, by the way. Me and Jim are inspecting the new engine. We've got ourselves a Jem Engine's 2 litre rebuilt, and it's had everything done to it. The thing is, there's a list of stuff that he told me that had been done to this engine, as long as your arm. I've not got it handy with me, but it was balance, crank, all sorts of fancy bits. I think it was a high pressure oil pump, I'm not sure, but everything's been done on it, milled, whatever you call that when you make that smooth. It's got stamps in there, hasn't it, look?
Yeah.
Ready to go, ready to fit out. We just got to get the spigot bearing out of it. So we've got this engine purchased as a short block, but it comes with some sprocket wheels are on it, the oil pump's on it. It's absolutely ridiculously clean. I mean, how they do it, I don't know, but the jacket there is so ridiculously clean. And look at the attention to detail on the engine. It's incredible. It's just, the finish on the block's good. The lacquer finish on the block's good. All ready to go. So me and Jim are just inspecting it now, and then we're going to get the spigot bearing out because it's going on the automatic, so spigot's got to come off. Then we're going to build it up. So we're going to start. Are you ready to hydraulic that out? Let's just show you this end of the engine, as Jim just can't contain himself. So here we are, look, we need to get that spigot out. Even this end of the engine's been machined, finished. It's a beautiful piece of work. It really is. So let's get to work on that, removing that spigot. That's for, you know what a spigot is, it's the bearing here that's used to house the nose of the gearbox, isn't it, Jim? The nose of the gearbox shaft fits straight through the clutch into that.
So we got a nice little snap-on 10mm socket with a bit of tape around it to pack it out, which is a tight fit now.
So
We've got to fill it full of grease.
you fill this full of grease, and then the force kicks it back on the bearing and blasts it out, to do with the natures of hydraulic action. So loads of grease in here, then we're going to hit that. Let's do it. Right, thanks to Jim's super hydraulic technique, we've knocked out the spigot with grease. A blind socket went in. There it is in Jim's hand. Took a few taps, didn't it?
Yeah, it'd be okay to use
Keep
again.
packing the grease, then whack it. Pack the grease, then whack it. Socket drives it back. The grease pushes the spigot out that way. So we're on the engine stand now for the sump, I guess. Anything, Jim? Gaskets and bits and bobs.
Dipstick.
Dipstick.
Do the dipstick.
Yeah,
see the
double.
bottom and check it all.
Dipstick next, brand new one.
You have to turn it the other way because otherwise the stud hits the back plate of your stand. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. And there's our new dipstick and tube. We're going to put that tube in.
Oh, see, yeah, it's there, isn't it?
Yeah. So we hammer this in, tap it in. It's going to be a snug fit, so I'll need a little bit of persuasion. It doesn't come with a bend on it either. You find that you've got to have to shape it to go back.
Copy.
I've got the old one to copy. Let's do that now. Need a cameraman. Okay, we've got the oil pickup pipe on, connected there with a little gasket to the oil pump. Are they 10s, Jim? Two 10s, and then two little wedges that fit just at the end of your crank, the front of the engine. That is the front, isn't it? Or is it the back?
It's the rear.
Rear of the engine, sorry. And then these little wedges tap down. It looks like you can't get them all the way in, so you trim them off. They're kind of paper fibre wedge. So they're in. Crank end seals. No, not end seals, they're the sump seals.
Can be tricky. It's always good to get a good quality gaskets because sometimes the ones I've had in the past, they just wouldn't go in. They wouldn't stay in.
Me and Jim have just unwrapped the refurbed head and we're very impressed. Jim, do you want to rotate it round to the camera, show off your worldly goods? That's the way to do it. It's going to go and make the engine very nice. We've got here the different springs for the FR30 cam so they don't bind. So we've got them. We've got the nice stem seals, haven't we, Jim?
Yep.
New guides, new valve guides in there. So all nicely done. New, what are these called? Shells.
Cam bearings, yeah.
Cam bearings, yeah. So we're going to fit the cam to it. Very good, that. Jim likes that. Exciting.
Farm cake.
Jim's the one person you don't mind staying in your house.
I know, you get on well, don't you?
leave you off this motorway now. We've seen enough motorway. Let's get you back on those hills, and then go back to base, and then I'll get this uploaded for you, something to watch. I'm going to take you around the engine bay as well. I'll show you a clip of when me and Jim were just getting ready to build the engine. Didn't show all of it, but I'm going to talk you through a few things. We're going to have a look under the engine bay, see how she's holding up. We'll see you in a minute. Okay, we just come off the return leg on the motorway there. Now we're going back up for those hill tests. Across the hills we go. No motorway problems. Love the gear changes now. Now it drives like a Granada would have driven. In other words, the A4's talking properly to that car inlet vacuum. So we're able to just drop back down to 40 after we did 70 and a bit. Work it out for yourself. So other than the road noise at 70, I'm pretty happy with that. I had that anyway. There's some kind of vibration or resonance, if you will. Could be the prop. You know, it is a single piece, perhaps that's why they have splits. Maybe nobody really wants to try and get what I'm trying to achieve, and the single does a job up to say 70, and maybe it resonates after that, who knows. We could try a split prop and getting that shortened down. It's worth a chance. We could look at the flow flex bushes and just see if we can swap any out at the back. It seems to be coming from the back. I wouldn't worry about the front ones. You would have noticed the wipers doing their stuff on the motorway there. heavier rain coming in now. I don't intend to completely to use the car in rain if I can help it. If I'm not doing testing, this is testing, so it has to be done. I wouldn't do this if it was below 4 degrees or 4 degrees on the gritters route. The gritters are not out at the moment, and we've not had any grit down for about 4 days. So the most of the salt will be washed off because we've had some heavy rain. Oh, that was a smooth gear change. It used to jerk. It's not doing it anymore. It's not doing it anymore. I've not even noticed I'm going up a hill. Haven't even noticed it. We just climbed that hill and didn't even. It's not like I've tried to put more gas down. It's just gone up it without any change. I'm happy to report the gearbox is spot on with the engine set up as it is now. It wasn't right before that, it worked, but it wasn't as good as this. Just goes to show that it needs that back pressure to be right. So a badly set up engine will affect the gear shifts on the box, it seems. Let me know what you think about that on the comments. Also, if you're watching as well, mechanics out there, a lot of you out there, question for you from me: what would happen if I was doing, say, 80 and I booted the accelerator all the way till it hits the kick down switch? Would the gearbox know that the speed is there and not do a full kick down? I'm wary to do that in case it cogs it down into second or something crazy and does something mad. So I've held off full throttle on the motorway, obviously for two reasons: speed, and also for the fact that I don't want to risk that. So what do you think? How does the gearbox know? I'm going to presume there's some kind of pump in the gearbox that pushes a valve that won't let it kick down so far if it's doing a certain speed. Let me know how the kick down works at high speeds. Okay, some windy roads to test us out on now. Can't really give it much because these roads aren't remote enough for my liking and it's wet. We should be able to sweep through here carefully. Yeah, plenty of juice there. We're off the brakes as we come through. Liking that very much. Just like the way the torque comes to life and just pulls you through. It's only a 2 litre standard carb. Again, perfect kick down. Close one there, he took that very wide. Just goes to show why you shouldn't really do this round here. I mean, he was way wide for that. I'm just giving it a little bit more than I would, just to see those gear change, those up and down shifts on the A4. So you're on an A4 box, by the way, if anyone's not been watching. It's an A4 automatic Ford A4 LD single solenoid, double if you count the lockup. So 4 gears controlled mechanically. Solenoid being the kick down, it was solenoid being the lockup. The rest of the gear changes are done mechanically, as opposed to the A4 LDE, which has the overdrive control by the body control, the powertrain control module PCM on the later Granadas. is what you need if you're going to do this conversion with a Pinto engine in it. The double overhead cam engine bell housing will fit. It's not quite the same where the sandwich plate goes, but you'd have to make a custom sandwich plate. But the bell housing pattern is the same. There is a slight difference on the bottom of the bell housing, but it does work. I've got a Pinto one. We have some water ahead. Beautiful. Wary of the road being slippery here now. Sharp left. A little bit of power we can put through these next series of bends, depending on the traffic. I'm a little bit wary around here. It's a Saturday and this is a farm shop, so you're going to have traffic coming in and out, so we don't do anything here. And there's bad potholes. Look at those monsters, absolute monsters there. Okay, take it easy round here. Open up. You can hear that smooth change yourself. As we get more confident, that's a 120 mile an hour, 120 mile trip, 60 each way. And as mentioned, the wipers are fully automatic. Saves a lot of messing around. This is the type of rain which they really come into their own, because normally now you'd be flicking across onto the dash all the time, which does distract you. So I think they're a good feature. Now look at this. Oh, he was going to go. She was going to go. Advantage of a yellow car. The highest visibility colour you could ask for. Yellow meaning danger, of course, in the natural world, along with red. The front of your railway trains painted yellow, you know it. Talking of railways, got a level crossing coming up. Quiet one, diesel line, DMU, single car normally, sometimes headed, or top and tail, whatever it is. You'll notice how I stopped there because this is notorious. Indeed, the wall to the left of me is demolished, so they're always doing it. Wagons normally, okay. Pinking on the 97, by the way. Certainly on up the hills there. So the only pinking I notice when you get over 65, and then you load it. Again, thought to be welcome on that. What should I do? Should I go to H&H distributors, H&H ignition systems? They look. I've heard they're the boys. Let me know what you think. And we'll see if we need a different mapping on our distributor with the cam being a FR30 cam from Kent. Saw it being fitted on the show you that when I stop. Park up alongside Swampy and let's have an inspection. Coming up now, we'll pull up. Jim knows why it's coming up. We can give it one last 40 to 60 speed build in a minute when we get out of this 40 and we go into the national speed limit. Indeed 70. I'll just see how the kickdown works. Here we go. So that's 40, hitting these at exactly 40, and then boot. Brilliant, brilliant. What I'm wary of as well is there's quite a power surge between the upshifts, and you can lose traction when that happens. I'm trying to think, I think on my green jigsaw, if you're not careful. So if you're doing a corner while you've got an upshift, you can lose the back end. You can spin out, and once you lose traction, of course, then you're going to go into full-on spin. Different than a manual setup where you could control it. So you've got to be careful there not to lose the back end. Can be done. I've lost the back end on all my Cortinas over the years. Been driving Cortinas since 1989. Before that, Mark II Escort van. And you get better as you get older. Not saying you still won't make mistakes today, but you learn what to look out for on the whole. Anyway. I'm sure anyone that's got a Mark III, 4 or 5 will know the handling characteristics more or less, the way the Pinto or the 1600 and the 2 litre deliver through to the back axle, how you can get it to just drift if you want. Just a combination of brake, throttle, steering. There we have it. We're home and dry. Let's upload. I'm sorry if I'm shouting a bit, I'm just not sure if it's going to come through. Let's go and upload. See you in a bit. Okay, so fresh off that road test trip, hope that dash cam works. Soon find out when I start editing. So straight into the garage next to Swampy there. There's the monster himself. So we have a look. First I'll show you the actual dash cam. In we go. And I'll just give you a state of play on the car as it stands. So coming into the interior, and just up there we've got our dash cam next to the sat nav, and then nothing's really changed. The interior of the car there. Okay, let's have a look at that engine. All staying nice. All staying nice there. Hope that song doesn't pick up on YouTube again. I'm always saying that, aren't I? So we're all good. Dash cam, round we go. I'll have to pause because I need 2 hands to lift the bonnet. Bear with me on this. What I'll do for you, I'll put a little clip of when me and Jim unwrapped the engine. We're just inspecting the state of play. But there it is, nicely in position. And engine bay still clean. Picks up quite a bit of dirt and mud. It was quite a splashy trip, that one just there. It's not the best weather. Normally wouldn't subject the car to this, but these tests have to be done. March is approaching rapidly. It'll clean up, and I say it's not its normal life. It's only going to be this time of the year, this once while we test it, and then I'll go over it. We'll clean it all down, dry it out. We're in a garage which is at the moment 21 degrees, so it's going to warm up nice. This is a heated floor, that's red hot. Boiler just there, delivering the heat to the underfloor heating system, so the car will dry out quick. We can get a little air blower that I've got and blow some of the water out. Then we go round, a little bit of oil that I spray in the seams just to keep everything nice. Lightly spray everything with oil, then wipe it down. Just WD. Just wipe it down. We use over here. All my connections are sealed with this stuff. It's a gel, so that goes on any waterproof connections. So they'll have all been all right. That's good stuff to use on any exposed connections. So the car can take it. It's built to drive. I don't mind. It doesn't worry me. It's not the norm. As I say, it's not going to be its daily life, and it hasn't been out on heavy salt. So there we are. I'm going to start that up for you now and call it a day for this film. And you'll see the clips of me and Jim unwrapping the beauty just towards the end. Okay, here we go. Right, now you'll notice that tick over, not as even as the standard cam. It's one of the trade-offs. Let's get in and give it some rev. Okay. Okay guys, before I go, just going to show you the next base. It's a next base dash cam, a next base replay free, and it comes with the software for you to play your journey back, so you get your speed just there. Apologies that I'm filming my computer screen. Our speed just here, and then a compass accelerometer there, and then a nice handy tracker on the map, show you where you were, so it shows our route back from Lancaster, and then a list of your video files to preview and pick the one that you want. I'm hoping to edit this video together so it's consistent. The sound in the cab there is not going to be like it is as I'm recording this on my camcorder, so please bear with me on that one, but it'll give you an idea of how the car performed. So there we go, just showing the software at the end. Okay, it's a great little bit of software you get with it. Next base replay free.